Good morning. Today is 3 September 2020, and today's daily reflections is building a new life. Here we go. So, friends, good morning. It's great to see all your sober faces, and if you're not sober, this is the place to start. There are tools here that can save your life and just help you see someone else's experience, so perhaps you can do a little self-reflection and make the changes you need to make in order to make your life better. It's fitting that today's daily reflection is building a new life. We feel a man is unthinking when he says sobriety is enough. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 82. When I reflect on step 9, I see that physical sobriety must be enough for me. I need to remember the hopelessness I felt before I found sobriety, and how I was willing to go to any lengths for it. Physical sobriety is not enough for those around me. However, since I must see that God's gift is used to build a new life for my family and loved ones, just as importantly, I must be able to help others who want the AA way of life, or in this case, a sober way of living that is a little more beneficial than the way you've been doing it. I ask God to help me share the gift of sobriety so that its benefits may be shown to those I know and who I love. That's awesome. So as you know, or if you don't know, you can check out my video, I'm Not Just an Alcoholic. Myself, like other alcoholics as well as addicts, go through tremendous BS and experience so many downs, it's hard to imagine what being up feels like. If I forget how those times of loneliness, times of isolation, times of, killing the drink until the second that I passed out, and then waking up, doing all the work to hide the fact that I am either drunk or had been drunk very recently. The money that was lost, the relationships that were broken, the promises that were never met, all these things, the homelessness, the physical injuries, the sickness, the nightmares, and on and on and on. The list goes as far as what I as an alcoholic went through. If I forget about those things and think that physical sobriety is all I need, then I'm really setting myself up for failure. In order to begin a new life, I have to be willing to take certain steps that the same energy went into when I was getting drunk before, and anything I did to actually get drink, which I did a lot. I begged, I borrowed, I stole. A lot of you can relate to all that. I deceived, I hid, so much. I lied all the time. So if I was going to any lengths to be drunk or get to the place where that drunkenness takes me, should I put in the same effort in order to be sober? You're absolutely daggone right. In step 9 in Alcoholics Anonymous, it says that I will make direct amends wherever possible, except when to do so would injure myself or others. If I'm able to make a face-to-face with somebody and I'm able to not only apologize, but show that my words are true and that my efforts are real, then I can grow in my sobriety. And I definitely can't forget about the things in the past, because that would be a mistake, like I spoke about yesterday. If I do that, I'm doomed, to go back to that drink, because when certain behaviors arise and surface, I need to be able to recognize those and to be able to um, not so much react, but use the lessons learned in order to either totally navigate that event or behavior in the first place, but moreover, I need to be able to say, hey, whoa, this is an old alcoholic behavior. Maybe I need to back the truck up and reset myself, because I need to stay sober, and these are the things I need to do it. It's pretty clear that, there are folks who, when they get sober, they forget about, or well, they choose to dismiss and forget about the things that put them there in the first place. And if I just got too close to the camera, let me apologize. This is actually one of my favorite mugs. So, I will not forget the past, nor will I shut the door on it. It's actually part of the promises. And if you haven't seen that video, just go down in my feed under Journey With Me, and you will see that, I actually discussed that in a little bit of length. And I think it's worth a look. Just take a look at it, see what you think. I asked God to help me share the gift of sobriety so that its benefits may be shown to those I know and love. If you don't necessarily believe in God, that's not a setback for you, and that's not a judgment either. There's millions of people that don't believe in God, but as I spoke about yesterday, in A Reason to Believe, if you just set a higher power, something that's outside of yourself that gives you inner strength, that is enough. If I've received the ability to be sober and free of the obsession of alcohol, you can too. And it's more important that you be able to show people, because that is an amends in itself, that you are not only better and not drinking, but you are growing spiritually, and you are able to keep your promises, and you are able to be where you said you're going to be, and you are able to show empathy and show love. Because I know, as an active alcoholic, good morning, as an active alcoholic, I lacked empathy to zero end, to no end. If somebody was in pain, or somebody experienced some emotional news that they didn't expect, for me, I didn't care. If you didn't have a solution for me to get drunk, honestly, your problems don't matter to me. And that's what that boiled down to. With the gift of sobriety, if I'm able to show somebody that not only can I empathize with them and be able to understand their situation, because, I've been through a lot of situations that are similar to what someone else is doing or going through. And I think it's critical that I be able to show a little compassion or a little understanding for someone's, current state. And that might be enough to help them. That's just, again, food for thought. And, definitely if it's somebody you love and it's a family member, it's even more critical, because they have experienced you or experienced me saying, all these promises that I will show up, and that, yes, I paid the bills. Yes, I'll get on the plane. Yes, there's money in the bank, and on and on and on, damn well knowing that there wasn't any. And they're used to all the empty sorries and, things that I put out there. If I'm able to show them my sorries are not just sorry, that I'm showing them through action that I am truly sorry for what I've done, and I'm very apologetic, because I can apologize all day, but if it's empty, it doesn't mean shit. And that if I say there is money in the bank, there is money in the bank. If there's bills paid, there is bills paid. And that list continues the same way as the list of things that occurred when I was drinking that they're used to, because I drank for 23 years and that just doesn't go away simply because I got sober. You know, I have to do work in order to, well, yeah, to prove my sobriety to them. You know? If you've gotten any value out of this video, hit that like button down below. I could ramble on all day, but I can't because I have to go to work. And I appreciate you being here this morning. And if you decide to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Become part of the One Sober to Another squad. Give a shout out to AK Free Your Ghost. She actually got offered a speaking position around certain universities, if I know it correctly, in Pennsylvania. And I think that's going to be an awesome thing. She should be on day 129 or 130 without using or drinking. And I think that's freaking amazing. And you throw her some love, throw her a shout out, and I'll see you in the next one. You guys have a great day. Life's a garden. Dig it. I'll see you in the next one.